If you need a football player to score a penalty to save your life, who would you pick? The Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. The Champions League is back, and we are going to be talking everything Champions League. I want to first and foremost say thank you to all of our supporters, those that are taking their time to like, comment, recommending these channels to their friends and family. We appreciate your likes, helps the algorithm of this channel. YouTube will be recommending this channel to other YouTubers when you like, comment and subscribe, and we don't take all your love and support for granted. On me on the show, I'm not alone. I have BJ on my right, I have Mazi on my left. BJ, what is your gut feeling about the Champions League draw that was released 2 days ago on Thursday?
Yes, it's good to be back. Champions League, Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday football. So Thursday for Conference and Europa. Then there are clubs that will not be playing in the Champions League, you know. Yep. So they are on the 16th or 17th of the league table right now. So all the best to them. But Champions League, you know, concerning the draws, you know, the era of knowing which two top clubs
likely to
make it to the next round, that one is gone. You know, so this with this new pattern,
the league format,
man, it's quite difficult to tell who is going to be next. You saw what happened last season, so yes, I'm kind of excited for Arsenal. I think we should make the top 8.
Mazi, what was your honest gut feeling about the new Champions League draw that just rolled out?
I think it's all over the place. I'm not a fan of this whole thing because you don't know how to prepare. You know, uncertainty. You know, I feel like it can be manipulated now. You know, it's better I see the draw. We know who's playing. Than now, everything is just all over the place. There's an algorithm or whatever that is creating the fixtures. For Barcelona, which is a club I support, I think we got it a little bit difficult, you know, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, because Barcelona, you know, we got PSG, we got Chelsea, we got Newcastle. These are like, you know, tough teams to play. So, you know, I hope my team is ready. You know, we sold all of our, you know, one of our better defenders. We sold him to the Saudi League. So I don't know how we are going to how
are you making an excuse for Baka?
No. I mean, I'm just worried about how the depth of the team.
This format puts everyone, you know, like you are going to play top clubs, you know.
Yeah,
so,
I think the good
across board.
The good thing about this format is the fact that you get to play the best, even from the league phase down to the round of 16, down to quarterfinal, semi-final. But BJ, let me go with you first. What are the two fixtures that you're looking for? The two fixtures should be like, what are the two fixtures you're looking for in this season?
Definitely, I'm looking at Arsenal Inter. You know, last season, you know, they beat us that penalty, so that was not. So I want Arsenal to settle that this season. I want us to go there and just, you know, I think we'll be home. Just, you know, get the job done. And Barcelona, Chelsea, of course. Yes.
Awesome, Mazi.
Barcelona PSG because Barcelona PSG, Barcelona Chelsea. One, PSG is because last season, you know, everybody was like, who is a better team, Barcelona or PSG? Barcelona exited to Inter Milan, so we have to settle that scores. Even Barcelona president Laporta, you know, in his interview, he said we will find out the better team. You know, Barcelona and PSG. While Chelsea, I mean, I would, if you ask me this question last 3 months, I wouldn't even consider Chelsea. Why? They were playing in the Conference League, they were not doing so well in the league. But having won that World Club Cup, we also have to settle the scores. You know, Barcelona was not there, so we have to settle that scores too. Who is the better team, Chelsea or Barcelona? So I'm looking forward to those two games.
For me, I think I'm looking forward to Chelsea, Barcelona. We've always talked about the high line of Barcelona against the inverted formation of Maresca. Everybody wants to see what Chelsea will look like against this young, high-pressing Barcelona team. And secondly, I'm looking forward to round 2, part 2, Chelsea versus PSG. I want this thing to be settled. Many persons say, oh, it's because they had tired legs, PSG were tired, blah blah blah. This time around, there is no excuse. And then lastly, the last time we met Bayern in the Champions League as a Chelsea fan, they humiliated us 7-1, 3-1 in Stamford Bridge, 4-0 in the Allianz Arena. So I really want to go back and settle some scores this time around. So let me take you, BJ. Which 8 teams do you think will qualify automatically? Pick. I know it's too early to call, but just try pick.
I'm glad you said it's too early, but my guts, Arsenal number 1. I'm not saying Arsenal will be the top team, but I say
they'll be among the
Arsenal will
automatic.
be one of the 8. I think
I agree with you.
Real Madrid will be there. Barcelona, I would say so.
Okay.
I don't know for Bayern Munich. I don't know, but I think PSG would make it. They still have, the team is still together, so I think they've done some reinforcement as well, making 4.
Okay.
I'll say Liverpool. Yes, I'll say Liverpool. Yeah, with what Chelsea's kind of cooking now. I think they have like at the depth. They have the squad.
Depth.
I think Chelsea will make it 6. Which other teams? Maybe Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
Yes, I think they can make it. Then Manchester City, I would say.
Okay. Mazi, 8 teams. Automatic qualifications.
If I want to go by merit, merit, I will not include a Real Madrid and I will not include a Manchester City.
Yeah, because of their current forms.
Because their current forms,
I agree with you.
They're trying to figure out, their teams. A lot of players bought and everything. So current form, I'll go for Liverpool. I'll go for even though I don't want to say it, I'll go for Arsenal because the better Arsenal gets, the sadder I get.
Yeah.
Man, do me gone. And then I'll go for Barcelona, definitely my team. I'll go for I said Liverpool. Then I'll go for, I think Napoli will be a surprise team this season. Napoli, they are doing good business. Actually, they brought in De Bruyne. They're trying to bring in some other players. I think the guy from Manchester United, Højlund, is going there. So they are recruiting fine. They already have a good team. They won the Italian league. So I'm not going to write them off. I'm going to put them there. In short, I'm putting them there ahead of Atletico. Atletico have not started the season so well. Some people are even calling for the sacking of Simeone. So I think Napoli will be a team to watch out for. PSG, definitely defending champions. They're going to be in the mix. I think Bayern have a very strong team. I think I'm up to 7 thereabouts. So I think one more team. From England, Chelsea. Chelsea's one.
Okay, for me, my 8 teams will be Liverpool, Barcelona, Chelsea, PSG, Bayern. I'll pick Inter because they always turn up. They did so well last season, and I expect them to continue that same form. You can't write off Real Madrid when it comes to Champions League, so I'll put them 7th. Real Madrid is like a Chelsea. When it comes to Europe, they know what they are doing when it comes to Europe. Like a Chelsea, in Europe. And then I'll throw in Porto. I think they might make it to the top 8. So BJ, which group is the hardest group? If you look at the groups that we have, which group do you think is the group of death?
Yes, for that question, I don't think this is a group format because if you are playing a team now,
based on the 8 teams you're playing,
the 8 teams, are it's kind of difficult. I think where we have Barca playing Chelsea, but again, you don't know what Chelsea will be playing, you know. So it's just all over the place, just like Mercy said. But I think it's going to be interesting, and I like this format because, you know, it's bringing up surprises, and that is what you want to see in the Champions League. You don't want it to say, okay, right, this is traditional too. These are the people that will get out from this group. You can actually beat, you know, top teams from your group and still not make it if you don't take care of the business with the smaller teams. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think Manchester City have learned from last season. I think they will make top 8. Pep will make top 8 this season.
Mazi, which group is the group of death?
You mean the team with the most difficult fixture?
Yeah, the team with the most, you know, like Chelsea is playing Barcelona, Bayern, Benfica, Atlanta, Ajax, Napoli, Pafos, and Qarabag, which is I think is one of the hardest group, if you ask me.
I think Barcelona's group is not so easy too.
If
you look at Barcelona's group, they are playing Bayern,
Chelsea,
PSG. Then there's a Frankfurt. Frankfurt was where Mamouche came from, I believe, right? So they are a force, you know. Though they sold a few of their players, so it might be balanced. Or every team has like at least 3 big teams.
3, 4, even Arsenal, right? Even Arsenal. You have Inter, you have Bayern, you have Atletico Madrid, you have, you know.
But I think that Arsenal group is a little easy.
Yeah, a little bit,
Current form. If I go by current form, you see, Atletico Madrid is not having it easy right now. They are not playing so well. They are still figuring themselves out. Inter Milan, we saw what they did. If we go by what they did at the FIFA World Club Cup, they were tired, they were exhausted. This is a new season.
This is a new season, and this is Champions League. You know, so it's a lot of surprises here.
And,
right?
I mean, Inter,
just last season, right? We thought Manchester City would have it, you know, on their
let me
right there for them, but you know,
let me put it this way. So Arsenal is playing Bayern, Inter, Atletico. Atletico hasn't won the Champions League before, so that's one team that is not a traditional winner. But Barca is going to play.
But the guys in the final, they always make it, you know, in the group stage, you know.
They always
make it to
I rather play Atletico
quarterfinal, semi-final.
I rather play Atletico than play Chelsea that will go there and be like, we are winners, you know, Bayern Barca is playing Atletico.
Chelsea was not
PSG.
even in the Champions League last season, so.
But Chelsea is always a force to reckon with when it comes to the Champions League.
Anyways, you know, if you have won it, you know, that's what you want to say. But I don't think.
So maybe we should just agree that maybe we should just agree that the groups are evenly poised.
So real quick one, BJ, if I know this is still early prediction, if you are to pick a team that will win the Champions League, which 2 teams will make it to the final? Which team do you think will win the Champions League? Don't be sentimental. Try not to be sentimental.
Like, you know, I try to be objective, but like
you have to tell me reason why.
I want Arsenal to win it.
You think Arsenal
it's
can
not
win
a matter of want.
Yeah,
if Arsenal
think
does not win the Champions League this season, in short, the banter is going to be times 50. You know, like you guys have always been giving us excuses. It's the depth of the squad.
Yes, that would be one of my reasons. Like the business we've done in this window this summer, I think we mean business. We are ready to go for it, and some of the missing pieces in our squad, we've been able to, like, you know, fix all of those. I think we are in a very good place to win it, and I would say Barcelona missing out last season. The hunger will be there. They will want to
Arsenal Barcelona final, and then Arsenal to win it.
Depending on the
seeding. So let's assume they don't meet each other. Okay,
if we don't meet each other, I'll say Arsenal Barcelona.
Mazi, 2 teams in the final, who wins it?
That's a tough question, you know. I would have loved to at least watch the first 2 games
and see
the ball, you know. But I'll go for Barcelona. You know, Barcelona, young team. We might. How did they used to say it? We might just find ourselves in the final. You know, we've played good football over the past. Treble winners last season, but what gives me a second thought is the fact that our only recruitment this year was Rashford. That's not
serious
good.
Business.
Yes, that's not good for a team that wants to win, you're supposed to be improving and not.
Yes, right.
You know, so the improvement wasn't there, and you know, so. But I'll stick with Barcelona. And
which other team in the final? So Barca will win it. Which other team do you think will make it to the final with Barca?
Arsenal don't have. No, I'm giving them. No, this season.
Okay.
I'm giving them the benefit of. Yes.
Okay, for me, I think the biggest hype, the champions of Europe is PSG, and Chelsea humiliated them, battered them, made them look ordinary at the Club World Cup. So for me, I expect Chelsea to make it to the final against a Barcelona team, and then Chelsea winning the most respected Champions League of all, beating Barcelona in the final. That is, if we don't come across Barca during the quarter-final or semi-final, because I know definitely Chelsea will be far.
I don't even take that FIFA World Club so serious. I don't take it too seriously because of every other thing surrounding it. Players want to go home. They were distracted. They were tired. They already had the season.
It was meant to be a pre-season, but
it was meant to be.
But Chelsea won it. Chelsea won it. What do you expect?
It's like when you go to a Nigerian university, and you are the most resilient. You don't have to be the most brilliant. The brilliant people might not even survive, but you are resilient. You are strong. You know the way. You know your way around. That was what Chelsea did at the FIFA World Club Cup. I don't think they're the most talented team in the world.
And they did a lot of business, you know.
During that time,
you knew they wanted to win it. I'm glad they won it. Happy for them.
So, BJ, let me ask you: if you're a coach or as an Alonso, you make it to the Champions League final, and you have Trent is fit, Carvajal is fit, who would you start among these two players? And tell me why.
It's if I was Alonso, I would see, depending on what I would see, but for what they have done in the past, and because Carvajal has always been in the team and is the captain of the team, it's going to be Carvajal for me.
He's going to be captain.
Yeah, I know Trent is great, but again,
because he's the captain, that's why you want to start.
I would, because as a captain, and it's
a not younger Trent who will give you more in attacking.
No, it's sometimes in defense you are looking at, can this person defend? Okay. So forget about attacking. It's a final. You are going to need that defensive strength. Okay. And I think Trent does not have that. Okay. So
defensively.
Yeah, defensively.
Mazi,
yeah, of course.
Mazi.
100 over 100. I'm starting Carvajal. Yeah, like whether attacking, defending. Did you watch the last Champions League final against Dortmund? He actually scored the goals that made the difference in the final. Like he can score. He creates big moments. Carvajal has won the Euros with Spain. He's solid, whether club or country. The only reason I'll play Trent is maybe 80 minutes. Carvajal is tired,
and then bring him to end.
For
me too.
Or you are behind. You need someone to just say
For me as well, I'm one of the critics of Trent because of his defensive deficiencies. He's good going up front, but when it comes to defending, Trent won't give me what I would want as a coach. But Carvajal will give me everything. He will give you assists. He will go up front. He will defend well for you. So in a final, it's a straightforward answer. I'll pick Carvajal ahead of a Trent. But that doesn't mean Trent is a bad player. No. For Liverpool fans, I'm not saying he's a bad player.
But in that team, Real Madrid,
BJ, can PSG repeat what they did last season by running away with the Champions League? Can they do it this season? Because teams will be aware of them. Like teams are ready to beat them. Barcelona fans are waiting to beat them. Chelsea fans are waiting to repeat the same thing so that people will stop saying they were tired during the Club World Cup. What do you think?
Yeah, I think what PSG did was what Conte did with Chelsea. They were poor when they started, and when Arsenal beat them, they just like a tweak 3-4-3, and they changed that. But they ran away. But the next season they figured them out, and that is it. So I think it will be very difficult. They have the team. I think they've kept most of their players. They have the team. They can do it, but I don't see them doing it. It will be very difficult. So, like I said, I want to see Arsenal and maybe Barca in the final. So
Mazi.
Not PSG.
Nah, I don't think so. First of all, it's very, very, very difficult to win a Champions League back to back. only Real Madrid has been able to achieve that. You know, they not just even did it back to back. They won it like 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. Yeah.
No other team has been able to defend the Champions League title. So the answer for me is no, and not just because of that. Also because, you know, they are starting to have some type of issue in their camp. Now everybody thinks they are Ballon d'Or candidates. You know, I'm better than you. I saw an interview where Hakimi was saying he's disappointed that he's not being there or named as Ballon d'Or. You have people like Mendes, you have Dembele. There's so many of them that are eyeing for Ballon d'Or. And you know, when you're eyeing for Ballon d'Or, it kind of affects the team spirit because it's now individualism. Like, I want to be. Third reading Donnarumma. From nowhere, that was a big factor in why they won the Champions League. He saves against Arsenal. So now they haven't signed any big goalkeeper, any major name, any technical goalkeeper. It's more or less a young goalkeeper that we don't really know about. So in the big moments, can that goalkeeper
turn up like Donnarumma?
You know, be as influential, be a leader. So no, I don't see them. Based on those 2 reasons, I don't see them.
Yeah, for me too. I think PSG won't go as far as they did last season. It will be thumbs up for Luis Enrique if he can get to the quarterfinal, semi-final, because this time around people won't take PSG like they used to see PSG anymore. They are like a threat to everyone this time around. Anyone that miss PSG, they are putting on their war shoes, ready to go on with them head to head. You know, but lastly, BJ, let me ask you. People keep saying that some say they prefer the old format, some say they prefer this new format. Are you getting accustomed to this new format? Do you think this new format is better than the group stage format where you can easily tell, okay, these 2 teams will qualify, this one will go? Do you think some teams are better playing like the Marathon League thing, or some teams are better playing, give me just 4 teams, let me, what do you think, BJ?
Yeah, right. So if you asked me this last year, I would have said, I prefer the old format because change is actually scary. A lot of us don't like changes. But from what I saw last season, right, those surprises, the fact that we are seeing quality football matches
opposition
played,
even from the first
round, So I love that. I think I love this better because of those surprises, and we are seeing quality matches being played, even during the preliminary rounds.
Mazi,
I love the old format. Way better. Champions League has always been a prestigious tournament from the beginning to the end. Now you have the home and away format during the group stage. You beat me at home, no problem.
I go to
I will show you when we go home. Yes. I go to your home and I play tactics A. I'll come back to my home and I'll play tactics B, and you won't beat me. So there is that revenge factor. In that, but now people just beat you one game
and you don't get the chance.
You don't get the chance to revenge.
So when you get to knockout stage, you can do that.
Yeah, but even at the group stage, we miss that. We miss that in the group stage.
So all right. So what I would say is this: your team, get used to this one. Let's see the surprises. Let's watch these quality football matches. Top teams playing against each other. So when we get to the knockout stage, let's do the
for me.
Let's do the.
I love that. I love the you beat me once, you can't beat me twice mentality.
But if you make it, to the knockout stage, that will come to play as well.
I know, but you still lose it a lot in that early phase. It's like, for instance, let's say you had Arsenal, Inter, and you had maybe Ajax in the same group.
Right.
That's how it typically it will be. It's not like you're going to have 2 weak teams. You're just going to have preference. That I think Ajax and this will go, right? Now, if you beat Ajax in England, you are not assured that you are going to beat Ajax in Holland.
So Ajax will make it to the knockout stage, then we can settle that. I think
for me,
I just love this. I love this
for me,
and it's a mixture of both, right? So because the home and away thing is not entirely gone. So once you get to the knockout stage, you still get to play that. So
for me, I think if you're a match going fans, you go to the stadium, you would love this new format because there's value for money, because you are playing. You're seeing the big teams from start to finish,
from day one. Big teams. Let's go back to a group format, And let's look at any group.
Usually in the old format, you can have only Chelsea. Right? You can have Chelsea and have three other.
I think we have recency bias. You know what they call recency bias?
Yeah.
Recency bias is that the newer thing, you appreciate it more than the older stuff because you are no longer so used to the older stuff. So the new thing, they shock person.
So that's what I said when I started. I said if you asked me last year, I would have said the old format because the new format was kind of, I didn't understand it.
Yeah,
but from what I saw, the surprises, the likes of Man City, Real Madrid, PSG struggling and trying to, so I love that. I love that. Ordinarily,
that factor, I don't think that factor comes into play.
Yeah, ordinarily, Man City would have just walk away. PSG would have just walk away.
I don't think so.
That is
Man City. Let's not use Man City. Let's be realistic.
It wasn't just
Man City was struggling, not just Man City, but Man City was even struggling in the league.
Yeah.
They've gotten to a point where their team, they were now getting that diminishing return in their team. So, as an example, don't even use Man City because even in the Premiership, they were getting beat left, right, and center. It's not the new format that brought about
the team that won it.
The truth is, this new format is much more difficult compared to the old format because you're playing more games. Anything can
your
happen.
Strength. Every match is important.
The biggest thing that makes this new format hard is that your strength is compared to every other team's strength. Unlike the old formats where your strength is compared to only three teams. But this time around, your strength is compared to about 50 something or 60 something teams. So,
but at the end of the day, you still have almost 24 teams qualifying. The useless Man City that they were beating left, right, and center still snuck into the qualification. It's not that tough. It's just tough. It just seems tough, but those Man City, those bottom teams, only like 4 or so dropped out, and then all of them made it into the quarterfinal. So a lot of teams still advance into the quarterfinal. Even if you have a table that somebody's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, there are still almost like 24 people that qualify. So Man City still went through, even with their very poor outing, they were still there.
Okay, do you think Man City would not have qualified if it was just the regular group stages?
Yeah, they would not have qualified too. They would have. Man City went into the knockouts. They were knocked out by Madrid. They were not knocked out in the group stage, so they qualified.
They played an additional match, right? They play extra match. They had to play that. So, but okay, if it was Man City, Club Brugge, Man City would have had, if Club Brugge
played beaten now.
Draw at home, Man City will come to Etihad and trash them. With their poor form.
Man City were beaten by lower teams.
The home and away, Man City would not have lost to all these smaller clubs at Etihad.
They were having a bad season. In every competition. Carabao Cup, they were eliminated. League, they were at some point they were at 6th position. Man City. So Champions League, so it was across the board.
It is neither here or there.
My preference is
let's leave the fans to decide and judge. And
I know the fans. Let me even say it here. The fans are going to go for the new one because
the new one. No way.
Let's give the new one. Why I say recency bias? Let's give the new one 10 years.
Okay.
Before we can compare,
we'll leave it to
not
you.
Just the first one.
We'll leave it to you to fans to judge which is the better format, the old format or the new format. It is still the Gold Rush Football Podcast.
10 years, yo.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. It is still the Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. I am still your host for this super duper episode. I still have BJ here with me and I still have Mazi here with me, and then we'll go straight to the fans question segment. I'll start with Mazi. Start, bench, sell. John Terry, VVD, Paulo Maldini. Starts, bench, sell.
Paulo Maldini.
Maldini.
Yeah, I'll definitely start Maldini.
Okay.
John Terry, VVD. I feel like John Terry, I will bench
over
John Terry.
VVD.
Yeah, VVD matter. VVD. I will sell him away.
Why are you picking John Terry over VVD?
I mean, I feel like their time they played elite strikers. They were playing elite. These days, all these first nine, all these things like
that.
John Terry was playing elite strikers. Eto, Ronaldinho, you know, Van
putting his head into risky
yeah, those elite players. So,
BJ, start, bench, sell.
Paulo Maldini,
Any day, anytime.
that man is considered the best defender of all time. So it's just like, you know, it's in a league of its own, right? Paulo Maldini, you know, I'll lean towards Mazi as well. It's going to be John Terry, you know. Captain Terry, that guy was, you know, very, 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 very solid, and it was, you know, they played a lot of difficult strikers, you know. So during that time, VVD, no disrespect to him, he's a great guy,
he's a
solid,
fantastic.
I know these people, man, them be legend, you know, legend, right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree with the boys too. Paulo Maldini is OG, any day, anytime. John Terry he has achieved more compared to Van Dijk, but Van Dijk is one of the best current defenders in the world right now. You can't take it away from that young guy. But if he is able to spend another 3-4 seasons and is able to rack up so many trophies, I might rate him above John Terry.
I will not. You know why I would not, bro? These days football is robotic. Wingers hold the ball, strikers hold the ball, and they want to tap. Those days, you will prove yourself as a defender.
Now midfielders they work more now. It's midfielders, right? Because you are moving right, left, moving right,
there
left.
was statistics that even showed that players like, you know, what do they call him, Luis Diaz, and those players even hold the ball more.
They make more touches. They make more touches. Playing from the back, kind of relaxed. Yes.
Those days you have to prove yourself that you're a defender.
Exactly.
Once like an Eto or Ronaldinho holds the ball and he sees a defender,
and they are coming to you, Henry.
Henry. You have to show me why you're a defender.
Ask Jamie Carragher now.
Okay, BJ. Another question from a fan: start, bench, sell. Eto, Haaland, Thierry Henry. Start, bench, sell. Eto, Haaland, Thierry Henry.
It's just like okay, all right. The only reason why I'm gonna sell Haaland is just like, you know, compared to both Henry and Eto, they are kind of versatile. You know, they can play from the right, they can play from the left, they can play from the center. So yes, you know, that's for that reason I'm going to sell Haaland. Right? It's just a center forward. So
start, bench.
I'll bench Eto, then I'll start Henry any day.
Why are you starting Henry ahead of Eto? Because you're an Arsenal fan?
No, forget being an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
Have you been hearing what defenders are saying about Henry being a striker?
You know, Henry played in a small stadium in
No, forget. What do you mean? What do you mean small stadium?
2x5.
2x5 stadium. What do you mean small stadium? No,
you know, he runs before he takes 2 steps. Okay, he's at the other end.
He played at Anfield. He played at Old Trafford. He played at all these stadiums. And he played against one of elite defenders, and they come here today and say this man, whenever we want to play him, Rio, did you hear that?
And they proved himself in Barcelona too.
Right, so it's just forget the fact that he did not win Champions League with Arsenal, or he did not win Ballon d'Or. We all know what happened in the case of Nedved. So it's always been controversial, you know, the Ballon d'Or. But again, Henry is just like it's a top striker.
Mazi, Henry, Haaland, Eto, start, bench, sell is a tough one.
I'll take a different route. I just didn't look at
me too. I'll take a different route. Let me hear from you.
I respect your opinion. You know, we are picking between greatness. But me, definitely starting Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o, single-handedly. You know, let me start from the fact that he was highest goal scorer in La Liga when he was in Mallorca. Do you understand? A player should be highest goal scorer in La Liga, but he's playing for Real Mallorca. Banging goes against Madrid. Banging goes against the biggest clubs, right? Now he goes to Cameroon. He wins the Nations Cup with Cameroon. He wins an Olympic gold with Cameroon. being in the center of everything. He wins the Champions League and he scores in the final. Every final.
Thierry Henry won the Euros.
It's one the World Cup. It's one the Euro.
But do you know that Henry's record in finals is nothing to write home about.
So football is about finance.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
Football is about finance, right?
Eto'o is the big guy. Nations Cup final, go and check it in Lagos. He scored. Champions League final against Arsenal, he scored. Champions League final against Manchester United, he scored. Highest goal scorer in La Liga. So see, Eto'o, to me, Eto'o is I think is Africa's greatest export footballer. That guy is exceptional. Now, being an African, if Eto'o was in the French national team, he would have won similar things to what. I know that. Now, I would. Now, this is my reason. I would sell Henry, and the reason I would sell Henry is because they are similar players.
You're selling Henry ahead of.
Yes, I would say Henry. Similar player to Eto'o. Similar skillful play from every direction, every wing. They are very, very similar. So why would I want to have two similar players in my team? I would go for. Is now when to kill Pep Guardiola?
Yep.
When you need a player to switch it up, he didn't have a Haaland in City. He had all these players that can play in the middle. Same thing as Arsenal. When Arsenal will say, we don't have a striker. Get us a striker. Get us a striker. Take utmost respect for Henry. Great striker. But as a coach, I want to have some flexibility. Like when I need goals, Haaland's numbers are outrageous. Like dude is scoring like 63 goals in 62 matches.
For me,
so I would bench Haaland and I'll play Eto'o, and I'll beg Henry. I'll say,
okay, for me, I'll start Eto'o because of what he has achieved. He has done it in England, in Spain, in Africa. He's one of the greatest players, not just to come out of Africa, but in the world. I respect Eto'o. He's a natural finisher, a complete striker, warrior, a fighter. And then I will bench Henry because obviously Henry has achieved so much that Haaland. If you bring Henry and Haaland the same time they were playing, I might choose Haaland. But based on what they've achieved in their respective career down to this date, Haaland is still playing, Henry is retired. I would definitely bench Henry and then sell Haaland, but so much respect for Haaland. He's a deadly striker that can.
My own is just for the sake of mixing up. Just shake up.
It's just personal opinion, right? So
I'm not saying I've never.
Respect to
I would never say Haaland is better.
Exactly.
Than Henry. That's not my point.
BG.
My point is I just want to have
but the fact that right. So if you need just someone to just poach,
poach.
BJ, if you need a football player to score a penalty to save your life, this is a question from a fan. If you need a football player to score a penalty to save your life, who would you pick? Mario Balotelli, Frank Lampard, Pirlo? One of them. You pick only one to save your life. Who would you pick to take a penalty?
Yes, I don't have the stats right in front of me, but I think the most reliable for me from what I've seen is going to be Frank Lampard. It's going to be Frank.
Mazi.
Pirlo go use my life play.
But Mario Balotelli is also serious.
Frank is a businessman.
Serious. Balotelli
he scores most of his.
Frank Lampard is
Frank Lampard takes.
Do you see how Lampard will take penalty?
The
pace in the ball.
Even if Lampard will lose it,
exactly.
No, Pirlo go use my life play. I won't go to Panenka.
Exactly.
No Panenka. My life. Oh no.
For me too, if I'm to pick one player to save my life, pick a penalties any day, anytime. Super duper Frank Lampard.
Always serious. Go say you won't go Bruno Fernandes.
No. You just need to badge into him, and that's all.
I want to say
just badge into him, distract him, and that's all.
I want to say a big thank you to BJ for coming. Thank you, Mazi, for coming. He's been up real in here. Please continue to like, subscribe, share while we catch you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.
All right.
Bye.